Okay. Hello, everyone. Everyone hear me? Can you just say hi, hello? I can hear you in the chat, please. Thank you, please, and thank you. Anyone? Anyone awake? Come on. Yes. Aman. Thank you. Awesome. Hello, Isan. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks so much for being here, Cody. Hello. Thank you, everyone. I have a very important question to ask all of you. Be honest because I asked on other sections, then they have been honest with me, so I need you to be honest. Who hates me after the midterm? Who hates me? Come on, be honest. Give me some honest answers there. Who hates me after midterm? Only during midterm thing? Okay, good. Okay. Anybody else? Hate is a strong word. Yeah, I get it. So maybe, Cody, maybe you dislike me. You dislike me at this point, huh? Is that a little bit softer? Slightly. Okay, good. I'm glad that's again. There's no haters there. Just a little bit, just a little bit dislike. I get it. The midterm was a tough one, wasn't it? I mean, it was. However, I think that this course we have a good mix of things that are not that hard, like the assignments, like the quizzes, like the bonuses, and then we have some hard stuff to mix a little bit. It cannot be all that easy. Come on, it has to be. You have to fight a little bit, isn't it? I get it, Kevin. Kevin is saying that I did not like we could not see the questions at the start of the exam or go back. I get it, Kevin, and you are not alone on that on that uh, on that point. Okay, you're not alone, and I heard that from other students as well, and I'll make sure that this will not be the case for our final exam. Okay, so again, that is well heard. And if there would be one thing that I would like to, I'd say, to take back from the midterm is really that, thinking about that now, either I would allow back and forth, or all the questions will be shown in one single page right up front. Okay, so again, that's well heard, and that will not repeat itself in the next ones. Okay, but again, let's move forward. And I will tell you also that I have been very, very, did I say very? Very flexible with how I'm grading. So even though I have been seeing some code there, I'm talking about in general, that would not even compile, but I'm considering that. So again, if you wrote your name, you're getting some points, not to that extent, to be quite honest, but I'm being very flexible, very, very flexible, unless you did not write anything, or unless you wrote something that has absolutely nothing to do with the question. Otherwise, you got some points there. Okay, again, I'm very flexible there. And as mentioned, the final one, we will have most likely maybe a different style, maybe, but things will not be, let's say, we're not going to be repeating some of the things that were done for the midterm. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm in the process of grading the midterm, and I will be done by Friday. So Saturday morning or Saturday midday, around noon, you're going to have your grades back to you. The feedback that's going to be provided, it's going to be provided via video explainer of each one of the questions. So if you miss some points there, review the video that I'll be providing. I'll be providing that as part of your feedback. Review the video that I show step by step how to solve each one of the questions. This is how I'm going to provide feedback for for the midterm, okay? So expect that all the videos are already recorded and done. And again, it's gonna be released by Saturday morning. So I need a week. I'm over the hump right now, but I still have a few to go. Okay, so assuming that we still have some level of friendship here, so let's carry on with our with our Wednesday nights meetup. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what we have for today. Okay. So week number 9, we're gonna be having a look at what went on for week number 8. And can anyone tell me what is the topic? What is the main topic of week number 8? Anyone there in the chat can tell me what is that thing? Inheritance. Yeah, that's correct. It's all about inheritance. Inheritance is a major element of object-oriented programming. No matter which language you're going to be working with, C#, Java, Node, Python, there is some form of inheritance there. Some will have slightly different implementations, but the overall concepts are very, very similar to each other. Okay? And inheritance is one of the main elements of object-oriented programming. And today, we're going to be going through a demonstration on an example of this exercise will allow us to go over an example of how to put together inheritance using C#. Okay? The contents of week number 8, there's quite a lot of extra material. If you have a look there under extra, I would highly recommend that you go, at the very least, you don't need to go through everything, but at the very least, go through the ones that I set as part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the ones that I taught face-to-face in class about a year and a half ago. Okay, so I go through every single element of inheritance. This video goes together with this presentation here. The file is called inheritance. This is a PowerPoint converted to a PDF. So I go through the video on every single slide of that PowerPoint. Okay. Also here you have exercises. There is a great set here of exercises called you do it yourself exercise 1, 2, and 3. Here we have the video, and then we have the file with the solution as well. Okay, with the exercise file as well. And here too, we have inheritance exercises with 4 different exercises. The recordings are all here for each one of them. And actually today, we will be going through this exercise, exercise number 2, which I will be demonstrating here live with you to answer your questions and to explain you more about inheritance, okay? One quick note is that if you go to lab assignments of week 8, I have done some shuffling here because there used to be a few exercises here before that were either too complicated, to be quite honest, or were covering some topics that you will only see next week. So I said, you know what, let me redo this. So I uploaded this set of inheritance exercises, which are the same that you can find under the extra contents, and you can have the solutions as well. This is hidden for now, but at the end of the class, at the end of our meeting today, I'll make this appear to all of you. So we have here 4 exercises, and the solutions are here, and the video solutions can be found under the extra content here. Okay. Okay. So what now? Let's open this one here. Let's open inheritance exercises. Now, those exercises, most of them, they came from the book. Okay. So the format of the exercise is slightly, I would say, slightly convoluted as compared to the exercise that you are used from me putting the exercise here. So again, one thing that you're gonna notice is that the exercise is a little bit, let's put it this way, a little bit flexible when using terms like fields and properties. They use those terms a little bit intertwined, and I like to make it very clear what is a field, what is a property. And again, here in the exercise, it's a little bit mixed up, but I will clarify as we go along. Okay, we're gonna interpret the question, and we're gonna adjust to what should be fields, what should be properties. We're gonna use our best judgment here. But the most important thing is really about you starting to understand about inheritance. But again, I'm going to highlight this again. Don't move forward to the next week before you go through the extra content that I provided here for this week. It's so important. It's going to give you so much better and more in-depth understanding of how to use and how to work with inheritance, okay? With object-oriented programming, classes, and inheritance as well. Okay, with that said, I'm going to start this one here. Start the exercise number 2. I think it's a good one that, and if we have time, we can, actually, if we have time, we're gonna do a little activity here that's a little bit different than what we have done before. But here we go. Create an application class named photo demo. Photo demo. Create an application class named photo demo. So let's do that. Let's go here to Visual Studio. Let's go to File, New, Project. I'm going to select a console app.NET framework, and we're going to call this photo demo. I'm going to click on Create. And here we have. Then that demonstrates the methods of 3 related classes for a company that develops photographs. Create a class named photo that includes fields for width and height in inches and properties for each field. So the sentence there is quite clear. We have fields and we have properties. Because we have fields and properties, we will not have auto-implemented properties. We're going to have fully implemented properties, reading and writing from and to the fields, okay? So 2, field width and height. Let's define that. They're gonna both be, let's see here. I'm gonna set them up as doubles because, we can have decimal point there. So I'm gonna go with width and height here. So actually, let's create the class first. So right click the project, so go to add, new item, and the name of the class will be photo. Okay, just click on that. And then we're gonna have our private double width, lowercase width, and a private double lowercase height as well. So we're gonna have width and height, and then we're gonna have properties to read and write from them. Okay, so I'm gonna say public double width. We're gonna have a get that returns width, and we have a set as well, where we're gonna put width equals to value. And there we have our first property. We're gonna do a similar one for height. So I'm gonna have the second one, height capital H, and it's gonna return height, and it's gonna set the value of height. Okay, so we have our 2 properties with 2 private fields. Okay, how about set, auto set, and get? Okay, so here, Kilbyong, look what it says here. That includes see, it includes fields for width and height in inches and properties for each field. So look, it was clear here. You have to include fields and properties. Okay, guys, if you, I would ask you to just keep yourself muted unless you need to speak. Okay, so it's just better so we don't get ambient sounds. Okay, great. So again, Kyung-byung, this is why, because the question is asking not to make it auto-implemented, but to have properties and fields here. Does it make sense? Okay. If we have properties and fields with the same name, is because they are reading and writing from each other. If I do, see, if I make them auto-implemented, there's no point of creating private fields because they are auto-implemented. The private fields would never be used. Okay. Okay, so with that done, next we move to this line here. So we did the property, we did the fields, include the protected price field as well. Okay, so we're going to have a protected price fields. What is protected? Let's see this. So protected double price. This is what this line is asking. Include a protected price field. Okay, it's included here. Now, question. What is protected? We have not seen, maybe in your reads you may have come across that, but from me here explaining, I have not mentioned before about protected yet. So what is protected? Can anyone enlighten me? Or maybe just give me your thoughts about what protected might be. Protected. Let me okay, Ihaya, only class inherited class access. That's correct. That's very correct. Now let me rephrase, not rephrase, but let me change the question a little bit. Let's make it a little bit more straightforward to answer. I'm going to give you two options, and you're going to tell me which one is more restricted. So you have private 1, protected 2. Which one is more restricted, private or protected? Which one is more closed? Let's put it this way: private or protected? Zobair says private. Okay. Then I think it's more restricted, private. Saeda. Okay, so yes, you're right. Private is more restrictive, is more restricted. Now, I'm going to give another two options here. What about protected and public? Which one is more restricted, protected or public? Saida says protected. Any other opinions there? Zobair, Lester, all saying that it's protected. Yes, so protected is more restrictive than public. So if we have a scale, we have private, protected, and public, okay? In a level of closeness, where private is the most restricted one, public is the most open one. Now, private can only be accessed inside the class. Public can be accessed inside the class and outside the class. And protected, what about protected? What is the deal with protected? Can protected be accessed inside the class? Yes or no? Protected can be accessed inside the class. But can protected be accessed outside the class? It depends. It depends. If it's outside the class, but in a child, it can. But outside of a child, it cannot. So protected can protected members can be accessed from the children of that class, but not outside of the class. Outside of the class and outside of the children. Only inside the class and inside the children. We're going to see how this works exactly in a second, okay? But that's it. Private, protected, and public. Now, we have been asked to create a private field for price. What else? Include the protected, and set the price to $3.99 if the photo is 8 by 10, $5.99 if the photo is 10 by 12, and $9.99 if it's any other size of photo, if it's a custom size, okay? So, okay, we have some rules here to set the price. Here we have a protected field. Where am I going to put those rules? That's the question. Where am I going to code this? If it's 8 by 10, this is the price. If it's 10 by 12, $5.99. If it's not, $9.99. Where this code will go? Where do you think? I'll tell you this. It's going to go somewhere here without us adding, for now, any other members. It's going to go somewhere here. Now the question is, where? Where is it going to? Where are you putting them? This code, this if, because we have a series of if there. If the if, else, if, else. Where do you think that we're gonna put that? We put those conditions. Let me ask you this. The price is conditioned on what? What is the price condition to? Related to what? Think it's related on the width and length, the size of the photo. Yes, Aman. Okay? So the question is, whenever we change either the width or the height, we need to recalculate the price. Whenever we set the width, whenever we set the height, we need to calculate the price. And I just give the answer. What is the answer then? That where I'm gonna put this condition? We're gonna put them. Again, looking at these codes, where do we set the value? Inside the set, yes, thing. Inside the sets for width and for the height, yes. So we're going to put it right here. We're not going to replace this line, but we're going to add to it. We're going to add to both of those lines. Okay? Look at it. And it says for 8 by 10. So I'm going to assume that 8 is the width, 10 is the height, okay? So I'm going to say if width equals to 8, so let's put some parentheses here. We're going to put another one, and height is equals to 10. So if it's 8 by 10, the price is $3.99. So I'm going to say price is equals to, oh, and I have a parenthesis here. Price is equals to $3.99. Okay. That's it for this one. If 8 by 10, $3.99. Else, if it's 10 by 12, $5.99. So I'm going to say else, I'm going to open brackets here. I'm going to say if, I can reuse this because it will be similar but with different numbers. It's 10 by 12. So 12 is the height and 10 is the width. In this case, price becomes $5.99. else, if it's not this, then price will become $9.99. Okay. So look at this. If it's that, $3.99, else $5.99, else $9.99. This is how you calculate price calculation. Okay. Now, do I do this just for width or for both of them? Because it's related to width as well. So we need to do for both of them. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same code. I'm going to add to the second one here, to the height as well. So now, every time we set the width or we set the height, the calculation will be performed. Okay? But let me ask you this. Is there anything strange here or anything that you feel that this doesn't sound right? I mean, this doesn't look right. If you see this here, what is it? What is it that you feel that may not be that correct, you know? What might be wrong? Not wrong, but it's technically correct. The code is working, but it could be improved. Very clearly here, it could be improved. What is it? Anyone? What do you think it could be improved here? Come on, look at the code. I just did something here that is usually considered a sin. What if size is smaller? Well, if the size is smaller, it's going to be a custom. Even if the size is smaller, it's going to be $9.99. Okay, Cody. Okay. Kevin, it is doubled up. Yes. If else statements are repetitive. Yes. Yeah, here. Okay. So this entire code here has been duplicated from here to here. If you are copying a piece of code, a chunk of code like that, you should rethink. You should think of how can you set in one place and use on both. So what would be the alternative of doing this? How can we eliminate the duplication, but of course keep the calculation? It even rhymed. Okay. Eliminate the duplication, but keep the calculation. I'm going to use that right. Yes, Kevin, you can create a method for this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this entire code and I'm going to create a method for that. But look at this. Because this is a method that it only matters inside the class, I'm going to set it to private. I'm going to say private. There's no return type. And I'm going to call it set price. Okay. There we have. I can paste it here. Okay. So look, width, height, and price, they are all accessible. Okay. So what I can do is I can call set price from the height. I can eliminate the codes, and I can call set price from the width as well. And I can eliminate the code as well. So we put the code in one central method, and we just call the method whenever we want to recalculate the price. If they change the width, if they change the height, reset the price. Okay, recalculate the price. Okay, dokie. So far, there's nothing new here. Okay. Now let's carry on. Let's keep going there with the exercise. So we did the cost, the pricing. Now look at this. The price field requires a get accessor, but no set accessor. So to be quite honest, I'll reward this as the price property, because a field doesn't have a get accessor, doesn't have a set accessor. A property has, okay? So we're gonna create a property here, a read-only property here. So I'm gonna say public double price, and we only have a get accessor. It's read-only. I'm gonna return the price that is set, the price that is the protected field that we calculate here in the set price, okay? So we have a property, a public property, type is double, and it's going to return the field price, okay? Now, let's see here. So we have that. Now, also includes a toString method that returns a string constructed from the return value of the object's getType methods and the values of the fields. Okay, long story short, we need to create a toString override so that we can return the property values plus this method here called getType, which every single object has this method. Okay, getType will just return the namespace of the class dot the class name. Okay, it's a simple method that just returns that. Okay, so let's code the toString here. Let's do this. Public override string toString, and I'm going to eliminate this, and I'm going to say, first of all, it's asking for us to return the getType. So let's put the getType here. Again, getType is a method from objects, which returns a string with the namespace and the class name. Okay, so we have getType there, and then we're going to show the properties as well. We're going to say width by height, and we can say that the price here is price formatted as currency. Okay, that's about it. Okay, so here is our toString. We're going to return this. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Any questions? Anything here going on? Nope. That's fine. So now we have to create derive two subclasses. So subclasses can be called child classes, subclasses, derived classes, extended classes. They all, in our case here, we have photo, and then we have a framed photo, and then we have a matted photo. Okay, so again, those are still photos, but they have other properties that may not be present in the photo. I'm going to give an example here. Let's say that we have person. Person, if we are talking about, let's say, an academic system, we have a person, and we have a student that is also a person, and we have an instructor that is also a person. However, there are information, I mean, they have common information like first name, last name, date of birth, SIN number. Okay, we have, again, person and students and instructor. They have common elements, but they also have specific elements that are not common to them. For instance, the instructor, they have a salary, or the students, they have a GPA, they have what else? It could be the program that the student is enrolled. The instructor may have a flag that says it's a full-time instructor or it's a part-time instructor. So as you can see, we can have common elements that belongs to both of them, which can be found in the person, and we can have specific elements, specific members that can only be found in the specific class, in the child classes. So again, we can call them child classes, subclasses, extended classes, derived classes, and the parent we can call parent class, base class, super class. What else? Base class, parent class, super class. Yeah, those are some of the regular terms that you hear in exercises, you hear a lot out there, okay? So they are all intertwined. Okay, so let's get to this. Derive two subclasses, one called matted photo, the other one called frame photo. So let's create those classes, okay? Let's go here. I'm gonna go right click the projects. I'm gonna go to add new item. I'm gonna say matted photo. Okay. And I'm gonna also add the other one. Add new item, framed photo. And I'm gonna click add. Okay, so here we have photo, framed photo, matted photo. Now, let me ask you a question. I mentioned this quite a few times already during our course. Every single class that we create, like photo, what is the parent class of that class? What is the parent? What is the parent of every single class that we create that we don't define a parent for it? Let's say photo here. Photo doesn't have a parent. However, it does. Main is the method, okay? So main is the method main, okay? Program and system is the namespace, okay? Program is the program class. Even program class has a parent as well. What is the name of the parent of program of photo? Anyone remembers that? Come on. Someone must remember. Solution is our solution file here, okay? What is the name of the parent of all classes in C#? The super parents. I must have mentioned this a few times. I know that I mentioned this a few times. Come on, nobody? Thug, Ederson, okay. Yes, it's Ederson, it's the parent of all parents. No, Thug, that's it, object. Object is the topmost class in C#. Every single class that you do not define a parent, implicitly, it's like you do this, object. It's like this happened there. Oh, sorry, not namespace, sorry. It's not here, this is here. It's like you have done that. Every single class, ultimately, they come from object. But you don't have to explicitly say that if the class that you are defining doesn't inherit from anybody else. By default, it's going to be inheriting from object, okay? Okay, why did I say that? Because matted photo and framed photo, they will not inherit directly from object. They're going to inherit from photo. So what should I do here in this class definition? What do I do? What do I write there? What should I write? Yes, I'm going to write column photo, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing for frame photo as well. So by doing this, right away, matted photo will have all properties of photo, including width, height, price, toString as well. toString comes from an object, but it's going to have this toString here. So again, just by saying that, this new class has all the properties and methods from the parent. Okay? Now, there is no point of having a class, a new class, a child class, without having its own definitions. Because otherwise, there is no point of this class. This class, like this, matted photo, is the same thing as photo right now. Because there's nothing new. There's nothing else on matted photo class. So for it to have a purpose to exist, it has to have some enhancements on top of photo. What are those enhancements? Well, let's have a look. Okay, so the matted photo class includes a string field to hold a color. Okay, so let's put this not as a string field, but as an auto property. Okay, I'd rather do an auto property here. So I'm going to say matted photo will have a color property, which is a string. So matted photo, I'm going to say prop tab string. This is the color. Okay, so I'm just adding an auto implemented property here for a color. So right now, matted photo not only has all properties of photo, but it has a new one as well, color, which photo does not have. The child assume all properties and methods from the parents, not the opposite. So if I say photo.color, it can find. Photo is not aware of color here. Matted photo is the one that color is defined inside. Okay? Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Okay. So now let's further enhance the other one. So we have color for matted photo, and we have material and style for frame photo. Two strings here, material and style. So I'm going to do this for frame photo. I'm going to say prop tab string material and prop here string style. Oops. Okay, all good here. I'm just gonna close and open just so that highlights can go away. Okay, Sayeda, why now it's auto-implemented? Okay, so here, Sayeda, actually, the way it's asking here, it's just asking for a color field. However, because I know that color will be used from outside, and it's only asking for, again, as I mentioned before, those questions, they are not very well worded. When I word the question, I make sure that there's a clear separation of what is field and what is property. Here, it's kind of assumed certain things that becomes a little bit blurry. Because, again, because color is going to be accessible outside of the class, fields are usually not accessible outside the classes. So because it has to be accessed outside, I'm going to make color as a property, not as a field. And again, because it only mentions about field here, I decided just to turn this into property. Again, don't get, I would say, hooked up or on the terminology of this exercise. Again, this exercise comes straight from the book, and the book is a little bit ambiguous when it comes to the terminology of property and fields. And usually I like things to be, clear as to what it is. Here, I'm having to make some assumptions. That's really it. So again, I get that you are slightly confused because of that. But again, in our own exercises, I'll be making this very, very clear in assignments, in tests, or anything like that. Okay, this one here is just a little bit open for interpretation. It will be nothing wrong if I would do this for this exercise. I could do very much just like this. Okay, I could do that. And in this case, it would be a public property, sorry, a public field. Okay, properties, they have gets and or sets. Fields, they don't. Okay, however, the way I've been teaching this course is that I will make sure that properties are public and fields are private. Okay. Yes, and Kyung-Young, yes, and if it's public. Now, here's the thing. If it's a public field, I would keep color as capital. Private is the one that I keep lowercase, okay? But anyway, we're gonna be doing this. Okay, we're gonna make it auto-implemented. Sayed, again, if you're still slightly confused, that's fine. It's just because of the exercise is slightly ambiguous about this, okay? But this is not really the main point of the exercise. The main point is really to have a look and understand inheritance here, okay? So we did color, we did material and style. Now what? Okay, so now we're gonna talk about price again. So look at this. The price for matted photo increases by $10 from the base cost, and the price for framed photo increased by $25 over its base cost. So again, whatever pricing is happening here, based on size, if it is a matted photo, add $10. If it is a framed photo, add $25. How are you going to do this? How are you gonna add $10 and $25 here? Any suggestions? How am I gonna add in the price 10 for matted photo and plus 10 and plus 25 for framed photo? How am I gonna add them? I'm gonna add those values there. That's where we're gonna be using the protected keyword as well. Okay, so we're gonna add a certain amount on top of price. Price will be the base price plus what I'm gonna call a premium for matted and for framed photos. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create another protected field here, double, and I'm gonna call this premium. Okay, so once again, premium for framed is 25, premium for matted is 10. However, what is the premium for a regular photo? Anyone there in the chat? Premium for a regular photo. It's 0. 0, 0. Think you're right. So I'm going to initialize, just to make things clear. I'm going to say that photo, the premium inside photo, it starts with 0. Okay. And then what I'm going to do with this premium is this. Look, I'm going to say that at the end of the price calculation, I'm going to say price is equals to price plus a certain premium. Now, premium for a regular photo is 0, so nothing changes here. However, premium for a matted is 10 and for framed is 25. Where do I put that? Where do I say that premium is $10 for matted and 25 for framed? Where do you think that we're gonna be initializing that? And I throw here a good keyword to help you initialize. Where would I be initializing this premium? which is a protected member. It's protected, it means that it's accessible in the children. Where am I going to do that? Yeah, in the embedded class, yes, that's correct. So in the framed class, in the embedded class. Now, where exactly? Where do I write that? I know that it's inside those classes, but where? Is that anywhere? In the property, okay. John, which property? Let's say, let's look at the matted one, which is $10 more. Which property you're talking about? Because the only property that I have here is the color. In the photo, well, actually those amounts, they're gonna be actually coded inside the matted photo, inside the framed photo. Okay, they're gonna be added in those ones, Kyongbyong. Okay. Now, again, let's think about inside of what? Inside, will that be inside of I don't know, methods, inside of a property, inside of what? Where this information will be? Here's the keywords: initialized. Where do we usually initialize properties, initialize fields in our classes? Yahya, constructor. Yes, exactly. So in the matted photo, I'm going to say public matted photo. And I'm going to say here, I'm going to say premium for the matted one is equals to 10. And I'm going to do something similar in the framed photo. I'm going to say public framed photo. And then I'm going to say premium equals to 25. And voila, we have it. Now, whenever we will calculate the price, if premium is if the photo is just a regular photo, premium is 0. If it's a frame photo, initializing in the constructor, premium becomes 25, and matted premium becomes 10. So even though this code is being written in the parent photo, but premium can be modified in the child as well, because it is set to protected. So the child can modify that. Okay. A little mind twisting, but that is what is happening here. Okay. So with that, again, any questions? Again, first time that you might be seeing this. So I understand if there are questions, think we have some questions there. Okay. Do objects in superclass get access to parent methods? Do objects, yes, but again, if they are public or if they are protected, not private ones. Private ones, we cannot access them. They may exist behind the scenes, but we cannot explicitly call them from the child. Only protected and public, but not private. Okay? No problem. Okay, 9:24. Let's go for a 5 minutes break. Once we come back, we're going to apply our new classes in the program. We're going to see them working, and we're going to do a few more things. I'll have a few reminders to mention about, but let's go for a 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes, and we will be back. Okay, okay. Can you confirm that you can hear me well? Just a quick confirmation there. Awesome. Thank you, Cody. Aman, thank you, John. Okay, so now it's not enough. It's not enough just to implement the class. We have to give it a try. We have to show that it's working. Okay, that is working as planned. So we're gonna create a few instances of our classes here in the main so that we can see it in action. So I'm going to create, let's start with a standard size. So I'm going to create a photo, but I'm going to say standard photo, and I'm going to call, and of course I'm going to create it. So, whoops, not that photo. And then I'm going to set the width. Look at the properties here, width, and width will be 8. Height will be 10. And then we're going to print this out. We're going to output to the console. So I'm going to say console dot write line, and I'm going to call standards photo dot toString. Okay. So if you see 8 by 10, the price is 8 by 10, $3.99. So we should see the price here, $3.99. Let's give it a try. F5, Control F5, sorry. And then we have 8 by 10, price is $3.99. Now look at this, photo demo dot photo. What is that? Well, this is what get type returns. Yeah, here. Is toString only overwritten in the photo class? Actually, you brought a very good point. I missed something there. Sorry about that. I missed the fact that we needed to, each subclass should include a toString methods that overrides the parent class first. Sorry, so I missed that. Okay. So I completely missed that one. So we have to create toString for the other ones as well. Okay. So I'm gonna say photo, no, override here for the first one. And just as a starting point, I'm gonna return whatever is in the toString there. So I'm gonna return this, but I'm also gonna add the material and the style. So I'm gonna say dash material. And here we have material and dash style. And here we have the style as well. Okay, so yes, I had to overwrite on both of them. Now, matted photo as well. I'm gonna copy toString here. Matted photo, and I'm gonna say dash color. What is the color? And I'll bring the color property. Okay. Okay, so now we are done. Sorry about that. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, here. Okay. Okay. No problem, no problem. So now, again, let's give this a second try. So here we have, there we have. So again, photo demo is the namespace and photo is the name of the class. This comes from the get type, okay? The get type method. Okay, so we created one. Let's create another one here, but let's use a custom. So this time around, it's gonna be a photo that I'm gonna call custom photo, new photo. And there we have custom photo dot width. I'm going to say that it's 8 by 9. Custom photo dot height equals to 9. And I'm going to write to the console dot write line. And we're going to say custom photo dot toString. So 8 by 9 is going to fit the custom size. So it's going to show $9.99 as the price. Okay, so I'm going to go Control F5. If you have a look at that photo demo dot photo, and it's $9.99. Okay. Everyone, I'm not taking attendance yet. Okay, so don't worry. The yes that you see before is just me coming back from the break, asking if everyone could hear me. Okay, so the attendance will be taken in a little bit. Okay, great. So let's give it a try on the matted one as well. So I'm going to say matted photo now. I'm going to call it matted photo equals to new matted photo. Now, remember, we did not define width nor height in the matted photo. Look, matted photo, there's no width or height. However, we're going to be able to say matted photo dot width. Look, width is there because it comes from photo. Look here, double photo. So I'm going to say width equals to, let's make it equals to 10, and then matted photo dot height equals to 12, and then let's say matted photo dot color equals to white. Okay, and we're going to print it out same way as we did before. We're going to print out the matted photo. Now again, I want to highlight this. Width and height, they are not defined in the matted photo. They're defined in photo. But because matted photo inherits from photo, it has width, it has height as well. So we are saving time and we're saving typing because we're not duplicating code here. We are reusing code. We are extending the photo class and adding to it. Okay? So again, we are saving time, we are saving effort. Also, whoever has worked with photo class before will find that matted photo is very similar to photo. So it's gonna help anyone that may have coded this class before. Because again, now we are just adding a few more properties or a few more methods to it. Okay? Anyway, just a side note here. Now let's give it a try. So how much will this cost? Who can tell me? Matted 10 by 12. Let's look here. Again, make the math there. Matted 10 by 12. How much will it cost? Answers in the chat. Come on. Who can tell me? Matted photo 10 by 12. How much? Yes, think $15.99 because it's going to be $5.99, 10 by 12 plus 10. Okay, for the matted one. Okay, let's give it a try. Control F5. And there we have. Look. Now, the namespace, dots, the class name, the dimensions, and now we have the color as well. And as you can see, the price is $15.99 because now we are adding the premium of $10. Okay, great. And to wrap things up here, we're gonna do a framed photo as well. So I'm gonna go framed photo equals to new framed photo. We're gonna have the width, which I'm going to say it's 8. The height will be 10. And we have the material as well. Material will be, let's say, silver. And the style will be traditional. Okay, traditional. Let's see here. We're going to write it out. Okay, and let's have a look. Now, look at this. We have added $15 plus, let's see. It's $15 because it's, oh, sorry, $25 because it's a framed one, plus $3.99 because it's 8 by 10. Okay. And there we have. Awesome. Let's have a look at one more thing here. Look, we had a little duplication here. If you remember, to string, we have repeated this entire part here. All of this, we have repeated on matted photo, on framed photo, and on photo as well. And again, repeating code is not a good practice. So how can we reduce that? Well, there's a way. We're going to keep this one here only in the parent photo, but the other ones, we're going to use a keyword called base. Guess what base is? Guess what base represents? What do you think that the keyword base represents? Thug? The parent class, yes. So if I say base dot toString, this is going to return this thing here. So I can say base dot toString instead of saying all of this, I'm going to put base dot toString. So we don't have to repeat that. And I can use the same strategy on matted photo as well. I can do that. I can do this. Okay, so again, calling base toString, we don't have to repeat that entire code. And if I give it a try, it's still behaving the way it's supposed. It's bringing the initial part and adding the custom part. Okay. Again, keyword base will allow you to call any properties, any methods from the parent class that are there in the parent class. Okay. Okay. Great. So again, any questions? Questions, comments, concerns? Okay. Lots of benefits by using inheritance. Again, you reduce the codes, the amount of code. You even reduce the chances of errors, because with less codes, guess what? You have less errors as well. Your code becomes less prone to errors as well. Okay? Okay. So let me do a few things here. Let me take attendance right now. Then I'm going to go through a few reminders. And then I'm going to go through one activity before we say our goodbyes for the night, okay? Actually, you know what? Let's do the activity already. Let's do it already. Yes. Okay, so here is what I had in mind for us to do. outside of the regular demonstration that I always do. We're gonna have a little friendly competition here. Wake up, wake up. I know it's 9:45. I get it, I get it. We are tired. Everybody's tired. But let's wake up because now you're gonna run. But you're gonna run virtually. And this is a competition about knowledge and speeds, okay? And it's knowledge about what? About inheritance. Some of the topics that we have discussed today here, that I have shown here, and some of them were more related to the content. So if you have not gone through the content, maybe you're gonna have a little difficulty there, but it's gonna benefit everyone, okay? So I'm gonna share with you a link to a competition, and it's a race, and you can put your name, you can put your nickname, you can put whatever name you want, but let's see here, live participation, let's see, yes. So I'm going to share with you a link on the chat, in the chat, and in Padlet as well. There we have, copy the link. I'm going to close this. And on Padlet, this is the link. Sorry, let me put in the body. And then in the chat as well, here's the link. Please access the link. Let's access the link, everybody. Access that link. And we're gonna do a little time to climb, okay? I'm gonna do it myself here as well. Please join the link. I'm gonna make this under the water. And I'm gonna say solo coder here. Let's join this lesson. And let's have a look there. So pick your characters, join the race. Let's see. I know, we're almost there, Click this, pick your character, click start button. And we are starting to have some people there. Good. Very good. Okay, let's wait a little bit more for more people to be able to join us. Again, it's about knowledge and it's about speed. So let's see here. Okay, 9 connected. Let's go one more. Come on. One more to close 10. Yes. Okay, so again, I'm going to get started. You're going to have, I think it's 30 seconds for each question. You're going to see some options. You're going to click the one that you think is the correct one. Okay, and it will move to the next one automatically. I think that we have 4 questions there. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. No. So let's see there. Okay. So the first question here. First question. Specific types of objects assume features of more general classes through, like what we had, you know, we had a general class called photo, and we have a method class and a framed class. So what is it that we're using here? Polymorphism, inheritance, structure, or encapsulation. Let's see here. Yahya, you're there. Yahya, TP, and Abu. Okay, competition is on. Next one here. Which of the following is not a benefit of using inheritance when creating a new class? Does it reduce the chances of errors? You make it easier for anyone who has used the parent class in the past? You save computer memory? And you save time? What is it? What is it that is not a benefit? Okay, it's not a benefit. And there we go. Moving forward here, you save computer memory. You don't save computer memory at all. Okay, nothing to do with that. You save all of the other ones, but not memory. Okay, next one. A child class is also called what? Base class, extended class, superclass, or delineated class? What is it that a child class is called? Can also be called. Okay, let's see. Yahya is still dominating here. Yahya, TP, and M. M now is the third one. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. And that's extended class. It's also called child class, subclass. Okay. Extended class is a child class. And let's see the rankings here. Yahya is still ahead of the game here. Okay, last one, I think. Assuming that the following classes are well named, which of the following is a parent class of house? House, what is more generic than house to be the parent? Is that an apartment? Is that a Victorian house? Is that a building? Or is that my house? Which one? Which one do you think? There we go. It is what? A building. Apartment is like a sibling. My house is more like an object. Victorian house could be a child, you know. Let's see. And we have Yahya. Yahya, and then who else? Let's see. Kev and Abu Sayed. Awesome. Congratulations, the three of you. Well done. And again, now you can put in your resume, you can put in your portfolio that you won the inheritance competition. Okay? Rematch. There, people are asking for a recount of points, you know. There might be, you know, something going on there. But good job. Again, congrats everyone for joining, for participating. That's great. I'm gonna try to bring more of this whenever we have a chance. Okay. Also awesome. Very good. Thank you, Kevin. Awesome. Okay. So let me take a quick attendance here, and then we jump to a few reminders. Okay. So let me go here. Okay. So we are section 3, and this is week number 9. Okay, so as I call your name, just say hi in the chat, please. There we go. So Abdul Sahid, I think I saw you. Ahmad, no, sorry, wrong one here. Sorry. Okay, so 3. Save. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. Section 3, yes. Okay, so Alex, are you around? Alex, I don't think you are today. Alex Zyong, Amin, and Aman. Aman is there. Okay. Bagyesh, Isan, and Jerry. Yeah, Jerry is there. Isan, I think that you are there as well. Okay. Janath, John Tran, I think John, I saw you there. And Johnny Zhang. Johnny Zhang. Joshua, Kevin, you were there. Cody, you were there. Janath, you were there. Okay. So Joshua and Johnny, nope. Kyung Byung, okay. Lester is there as well. Luis, Mateo, and Fayaz. Mateo is there. Kyung Byung, okay. Muez, Rafsan, and Ryan. Nope. Roshan, Seong Kong, and Sina. Nope. Stas, Sultan, and Sumi. Sayed, okay. Thang, okay. and Tianui. Tianui? Nui? No. Terth, Vicus, and Walid. Terth, Vicus, and Walid. Yahya, you're there. And Zobair, I think that I saw you there as well. Okay, so let's save this. Okay. Okay, so a few reminders here, a few points that I'd like to mention to you. First one, bonus number 9 is open, live, up and running. Actually, let me tell you this. This is a good episode, a good chat that I had with a recruiter, a very experienced recruiter in technology. He gave so many great tips. I had a live audience with me during the chats. So people were asking questions about, about careers, job, about LinkedIn, about how to deal with recruiters, about resume. Again, I highly recommend that everyone have a listen to that. Even if you are not yet in a position to look for a job because you are not finishing your course yet, but highly recommend. You're gonna get so many tips and write them down. Okay, again, you have to do your takeaways, so write them down. Okay, Kevin. Yes. So Kevin say, from my experience, if you are working with a recruiter, you don't pay them for service. That's correct. Since your potential employers pay them. Yes, you're correct, Kevin. So that's the general rule. The recruiters, they get paid by the companies, not by you. Okay. And again, that's amongst many things. Actually, we didn't talk about that point, but again, we covered a lot of points there. So, but you're right. It's not the recruiter it's representing the client. Now, unless you want to rewrite your resume or something, yeah, so you're correct. However, again, just keep in mind that the recruiter is there not necessarily to work. It's not working for you. It's working for the companies, okay? So again, sometimes they may not have your best interests in mind, but again, it was an awesome conversation, very enlightening. So have a look, not only for a bonus, but for you as an individual that eventually will be looking for a job in the field as well, okay? As I mentioned, grading for test 1 for midterm is underway. So by Saturday, midday, you should all have your tests back. By the way, I think I mentioned that feedback of the test will be provided via a video. So each one of the 4 questions, there will be a video that you can review to see how the answer was supposed to be provided, okay? If even after looking at the video, watching the video solution, if you still have a follow-up for me, by all means, send me an email, we can talk, we can meet, we can sort it out. But again, the feedback will be provided via a video showing step-by-step how to put each question together, okay? That's about grading for midterm. Assignment number 3 is due next week, next Friday. So I send a reminder about that here. If you have a look on eCentennial under contents, sorry, not under content, under the main page of your course shell, I sent 2 reminders, one about quiz number 4, which is due this Friday. Quiz number 4 is about test-driven developments, the topic that we discussed last week, okay? I would highly recommend that you go through the quizzes of that week so that you are ready for quiz number 4, but you have until this Friday. Kyungbyong, please do not make block go back up to the next test. Yeah, don't worry, Kyungbyong, I will make sure that this will be addressed in the next one, okay? Assignment 3, anyone with any questions, with any problems about assignment 3? Maybe questions, maybe concerns, maybe group issues, anything. Assignment 3 is due next Friday, not this coming Friday, 19th, but Friday, March 26th, next week. Okay. Again, if you have anything about assignment two to get discussed, remember, it's the same groups as you have done assignment two. Actually, that reminds me of something on assignment here. Let me just write a quick note. Okay. Okay. A few more notes here. I was asked to mention in my sessions that there is a competition that is going to happen this Saturday that's going to select one, I think it's one group or one student to represent Centennial on the Skills Ontario competition. So if you are into coding, if you want to get your hands on a particular project that you may want to submit to be judged, to be assessed, the competition will run this Saturday, March 20th. It's during the entire day. It's virtual because of COVID, and you have to register on the homepage of eCentennial. I was told that there is a link there that you can find to sign up for to register yourself for the competition. Again, it's a good opportunity if you want to sharpen your coding skills. If you have some coding chops there, if you want to improve them, C Sharp, Java, whatever coding language you work with, there's a place there for you. Okay, so look at that. Again, someone told me that they could not find in the homepage of eCentennial. I cannot see that because mine does not show, but I was told that it will be showing on yours. If you want to join and you don't find any link, you can contact Professor Nizovic. That's Jake Nizovic. And here is the information of Jake that you can reach out to him in case you cannot find something, in case you are looking for something you cannot find where to register, you can reach out to, again, Professor Nizovic. And here is his contact information. I also posted in the chat notes, in the chat on Zoom. Okay. Again, good opportunity if you want to sharpen your coding abilities there. Let's see if there's anything else here. Okay. I think that's about it. We have there 20 minutes. I'll stick around in case anyone wants to follow up with me, wants to talk to me about anything. That's a good timing. But again, otherwise, I am letting you all go today at 10 o'clock. And again, if you want to stick around, you can to ask me questions. But otherwise, this is it, everyone. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a good rest of the week. By the way, tomorrow morning is my office hours from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you want to come by, if you have any questions, come by, join me on Microsoft Teams. Kevin, have a good one. Okay, so again, drop by in the morning, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you have any questions, it might be about assignments, about tests, about quizzes, about anything you may want, okay? But again, awesome, everyone. Have a good rest of the evening, good weekend, good rest of the week as well, okay? You too. I'll see you all either tomorrow if you want to show up or next week, okay? You take care. Tang, Izan, Cody, thank you very much. Jelly, thank you. Aman, Kyongbyong, thank you so much. Bye, Saída. Bye, Zoé. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yahya. Thank you so much. And good job, okay? Good job. Seong Kong, cool. Yes, you can. You can. Now, do this. At this point in time, it's hard to find another group, okay? Because people are already doing things, within their groups that they carry together. So send me a note via email. But you may have to do the assignment by yourself, because of that. I mean, is that a problem? Seong Kun, is that a problem that you do it by yourself?